Dear fine friends, my name is Tindi Seje. I am a life coach, an academic, a friend of mankind, and a servant of God. Now, this beautiful afternoon, I want to talk to you about what we call spenditude, which is a very trending topic right now. It's a life-changing attitude to money. And of course, it's your attitude to money that has the greatest impact on your financial outcomes. So change what's within and the external world will reflect it. Of course, that will be the new reality. Now, parents influence a lot how we relate with money, but also we must accept that genetics also has its part that it plays. And having good financial habits is a byproduct of your attitude to money. And good luck seems to happen when people put themselves in a position to receive it. So there is nothing like luck. Luck is when opportunity meets preparedness. So what's my spenditude, or what's your spenditude? Spenditude is a collision of two words, spending and attitude. And so we are living in a consumer society, that can be so draining both financially and emotionally. There is a significant evidence, hard data seem to suggest that your spenditude will dictate your financial outcome. It's not how old we are or how much we earn. Rather, it's how we feel about money that matters. It's our attitude to money, and that's why I'm talking to you this beautiful afternoon. A survey in Australia, 2018 survey, confirms that your financial well-being isn't so much about what you earn, but rather how you think about money. And so your salary only accounts for about 7% of the influence on overall outcomes, whereas your behavior and attitude accounts for up to around 61% of your general financial outcomes. So I wanted to introduce you to three categories of spenditude, and this is what we call a spender, that's the first spenditude, a slender, and a defender. When you look at these categories, a spender is someone who is very optimistic, has I'll sort it out next week kind of attitude. They suffer from FOMO rather, which is what we call fear of missing out. And many times they spend more than they earn. They look for easy money. They like these Ponzi schemes. They will go for this network marketing, and usually they borrow to create a lifestyle. Now, those are spenders. Slenders, on the other hand, they live skinny. Some savings, they do have some savings. They are doing a bit okay, have a sense of what they earn and how they are spending it. But again, they are always on the treadmill, on the financial treadmill, and they are envious of others. On the other hand, we have the third category of spenditude, and that is the defender that I would want you to adopt. And these guys are those who are in control of money. They hate waste, they have peace of mind, and are aware of their cash flow and debt. Of course, they like to spend, but they look for value in their expenses. They can even get stuck because they won't spend money. And so let's categorically look at each of these spenditudes, one after another. Spenders, they make about 20% of the world population. They love to use money to gain experience. They want to do Uber trip, they want to do dinner, they want to go exquisite shopping for clothes, they would want to get travel experiences, but also they hate being brought to account on how they spend by loved ones. They can be very high income earners, medium income earners, low income earners, or even those without income at all. But they can be on social benefit, they can be people who depend on others. But again, interestingly, they spend all of it the day they receive it. They have fun while music lasts. And then when financial calamities come their way, when they get retrenched, they panic and develop complications and ultimately probably drop down dead. Then we have the slenders, that's the second category of spenditude. These ones, they have clear list of values, all equally weighted with no specific focus, you see. They also are the majority of the population that in the world we live in. They have some defender and some spender habits, as you will see, but they also get frustrated that they could be doing better, but they aren't as at now. They are, of course, envious of others who are getting ahead of them, and they suffer from FOMO, fear of missing out as well. OMO. Now, the defender category, that's the Spenditude 3, make about 15 to 20% of the population of the world today. They have focus, they know where their money is, and are mindful how they use it. They can't understand how someone in this wide, weird world can spend more than they earn. And they can sometimes be procrastinators when it comes to spending. Defenders always wear value lens. Before they engage in a purchase, they will ask, do I need it now? How am I going to fund this? Is this the right price? Will it put me under my safety threshold? And so, some of them are born that way. But some of them also acquire this skill, especially if the parents are themselves defenders. Being a defender is more about a behavior that is hardwired into their DNA, and they don't understand spenders or slenders. And I think that's a bit interesting. So this brings me to what we call Rutile Therapy. Rutile Therapy, some claim that overspending is an addiction. And that will mean that addiction has lost value, has lost meaning rather. Tests have proven beyond reasonable doubt that the happier you are with your life, the less likely you are to be an addict. And so I'm still struggling to understand how spending will be an addiction. So if you need Rutile Therapy to feel good, then make your inner self happier, and you may just put down that credit card, you may put away debts and be on defensive side. If you have the honor of being able to earn money, hard-earned money, then you got two choices. Either create financial independence or don't do it. It's that simple. And of course, choices have consequences. You got to pay for it over time. Spenders have no focus, and defenders are very focused. And this defines their relationship with money. But some defenders get caught up in their money values so very much so that they forget to enjoy and to enjoy this journey. And that is very absurd. So fine-tune your money narrative so that you do not become so sticky and fail to enjoy life. Dear spenders, flick the switch and live the life you want, knowing that you'll have new power to make better choices and freedom to enjoy life. Again, the baseline is that, have you identified the kind of spenditude you have? Are you a spender who is having fun? Or a slender who gets anxious and frustrated about money? Or you're a defender who has a plan and hates waste? Now, the key is that whatever you want to be in the future, that is what is very important. Whether you want to be a defender or a spender or the one in between. But for many, it's embracing the habit of a defender. We want to embrace the habit of a defender. What a defender possesses that the other two behavior types do not possess is what is called a value lens. Imagine wearing this lens over your eyes. It works in milliseconds and it's always set up all the time so that you don't have to go looking for it. This lens calculates the value on any financial decision that you are always going to undertake. We all want this lens. Okay? So, of course, awareness is very important. That's a new reality I want you to wire in. I understand my current spenditude, so I can see what needs changing. I want you to wire in that new reality, the first reality. Now, how do we solve this poor spenditude, having low spenditude or a bad spenditude? It takes me to what I'm calling dozy, sleepy, drowsy, and weary. Now, this takes me to sleep. Large organizations, large corporations have identified that their employees perform excellently above average if they sleep well. So some employers even track the key people's sleep patterns to ensure that they can extract the best in return. It's no surprise, therefore, that sleep is a key strategy in changing attitudes, behavior, and habits. Well, it may be the silver bullet that we are looking for. As for your spenditude, there is a very strong correlation between good sleep and positive spenditude. And it's free, sleep is free and available every night in the bed near you. So I would expect you to respect it. But even then, you got to train your brain so that that sleep really matters. You can train your brain to accept the habit change and stick with it so that it becomes your new normal. but it requires a leap of faith, There is compelling evidence, like I said, that we make better decisions, are more focused, and feel better if we place more focus and importance on sleep. Improve your sleep for better quality and more adequate duration of sleep, and you create a context for better functioning in all areas of your life. So, dear fine colleagues and friends, sort out your sleep, and you are on your way to sorting out your money habits. As adults, we are always pretty good at prioritizing things other than sleep. But get to know it, from the horse's mouth, sleep is as important to our health as diet, exercise, and general hygiene. Now, get your nest ready. Sleep hygiene is very important. You've seen birds getting into their nests ready to sleep. They always prepare their nests. So think of your own body as having a sleep-wake switch. Historically, when the sun went down, our bodies recognized the changes in light and triggered the switch in us. The same thing will happen in the morning when the sun rose. And this is what we call circadian rhythm, your body clock. But our modern lives today in the city deprives us of those triggers in the natural environment that will make us sleep and or wake up naturally. So we need to prioritize sleep and give ourselves the chance to get enough of it. Regularly needing an alarm, baby, is an indication that there is a misalignment and we are socially jet lagged, which will not be a good indicator. So by going to sleep late, you deny your body a chance to reset, and that is not good for you. Sleep and spenditude are very strong correlates. When someone has an addictive behavior and sleep is considered as part of their recovery, they are less likely to return to their addiction. And this is why I want to let you know that improving your sleep hygiene and sleep quality improves your general life outcomes. Sleep deprivation, on the other hand, is bad for your health, but it's also not good for your financial position. Consider the economic cost of insufficient sleep and get more sleep. It can improve your cognitive ability and therefore help you make better decisions with your money. So the reality number two, the new reality number two that I would want you to wire in is that I'll start my good sleep hygiene so that I can focus on my spenditude. Where did the time go? Time is very important. As we journey through life, the years become like signposts on the side of the road and on a long drive. So I want us to focus on where time goes throughout our lives, from when we are 1 day old to probably when we die. Now, they start flicking past in rapid succession. Birthdays start to emerge in our memories, and you're like, oh, today I'm 37. Oh, I don't mean I'm 37, but of course it's possible. We become aware of getting older, and for some, that's a frightening experience, those who fear getting old. Imagine your life in days of the week, which with each decade becoming 1 day. And this is very interesting. So I want to take you through the days of the week, 7 days of the week. Let's imagine that each day represents a decade. So let's look at Monday. So Monday, in your Monday of your life will be the formative years between age 1 hour to when you are 19. At this time of your life, you form your deep money values and motivators. When you look at the Tuesday of your life, you are in your 20s. At lunchtime or on Tuesday, you're about 25 years. And some people are taking their first steps into workforce, while others might have been working since the end of Monday, when they were in their late teenage. Defenders, those who defend with money, take advantage of Einstein's eighth wonder of the world. And this is very, very, very important. It says, money and time, the amazing power of compound interest. That is Einstein's eighth wonder of the world. I want you to consider this as a magic. Consider this magic for your money and spenditude. Now, when you look at Wednesday, which is your 30s, here, slenders and spenders may have their WTF, wait till Friday moment. Things will be okay, they live in that kind of optimism. It's that moment in time when we have about the same amount of time ahead of us as behind us, because we are almost half the way in life. So if you are currently a Wednesday, like I am, please consider the magic of time and money. But when you look at Thursday, Thursday is our fabulous 40s, those who are in their 40s. And though, you know, it's a nightmare for others, it's never fabulous for everybody, it's a nightmare for others. And here on Thursday, people suffer from FOMO. And this drives their decision, fear of missing out. Talk about middle age crisis. For spenders, each day in the week is the same as long as there is access to income. But for defenders, it's a decade of consolidation, ensuring their path towards the weekend, which is their 70s, you know, 60s, 70s, is very, very sound. Now, look at Friday. Friday is the day before the weekend. You are in your 50s now. Defenders plan to be in control on Friday to make informed choices for the shape of their weekend. Spenders find the going a bit tougher at this time, since they're struggling to keep up their spending habits from the earlier weeks and earlier days in the week, you know. Slenders, on the other hand, now get anxious, realizing that they have no weekend plans. And when you look at the weekend is now when you get into your 60s and 70s. Those two are very, very important. Saturdays and Sundays are our 60s and 70s. This is time to slow down and work smarter or not work at all for some people. But defenders are at this stage are cashing in their chips, you know, from Einstein's eighth wonder. Slenders, on the other hand, realize that they may need to work into Sunday, while spenders at this stage are really, really in deep shit. They're struggling. Now, there is also next week, remember? And this is a new week and a long weekend. More of us today will live into next week. That is Monday, your 80s, and Tuesday, your 90s, and even beyond. These days, today, contemporarily, everyone is hitting next week. We are living 2 full days longer than previous generations, and this needs to be taken into account if you're a spender or a slender. Defenders tend to have this stuff sorted during the first week so that their next week is good to go. Now, our new reality that we should take care of is that once you've identified your day and the time, and that of those your dear ones, consider what you're going to do next. Don't wait till tomorrow. Avoid procrastination. Change your spenditude so you can enjoy your weekend. You deserve it. Life is too short. I won't wait till Friday in my 50s to plan for my weekend. Thank you so very much. I hope I've been of service to you. My name is Tindi once more from Kenya, an East African. I love you. Bye-bye. God bless you. God bless you so very much. And thank you.